Greetings. What's crack-a-lacking with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is Wild Out Wednesday. When I get the time, I'm definitely doing karmic readings. But today, definitely want to get this some flames and separation reading out. So, song I've been hearing in my head all day. One of my personal favorites, singing on here all the time, is "Optimistic" by Sounds of Blackness. Optimistic by Sounds of Blackness, man. It's not a black thing. Sounds of Blackness. White people can listen to it too. You feel me? Like the world can listen to this song. Like listen to that song. You know, everything about the song, from the lyrics to the beat to the feeling you finna get bopping to it. You know what I'm saying? Good gospel music. You feel me? Like Sounds of Blackness is like what gospel should sound like. You know what I mean? Like church is old school as a mofo. You feel me? And you got mass choirs out here. You got gospel singers out here. You know, you do got your Donnie McClurkins and your Lotta Adams. But I'm more so like a Dottie's People type gospel person. Chicago Mass Choir type gospel person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Kirk Franklin, like early Kirk Franklin, before like the new age Kirk Franklin got here and shit. I was feeling stumped with Salt all in that video. Optimistic by Sounds of Black. Man, all I ask is just anybody that watches this video, just play that song afterwards. For those that know the song, just bump that one up. For those who haven't heard the song, just press play. Same vibes that song give out. That's all I'm about over here. LLE.Ascension had a theme song. It will be Optimistic by Sounds of Blackness. Now, let's get to this reading. I'm anxious to see what these new week's new energies are as far as people in separation. It's all good. I said last week it was going to be a lot of people getting in the union and recognition, right? That's happening. You know what I mean? I even gave out those messages, excluding me out of it, and I ended up getting in reunion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And one of the song lyrics from Sounds of Blackness, Optimistic, no matter how hard reality seems, just hold on to your dreams. Face that. I listen to the song like I hear it clear as day in my head. It's as long as you keep your head to the sky. Be optimistic. As long as you keep your head to the sky. You got your head to the sky. What are you looking at? You looking at what's up. What's up? God is what's up. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get with this shit though. First card of this message is the Ten of Wands. Remember, Ten of Wands are temporary endings. Ten of Swords are permanent endings. This is a temporary one. The difference between a temporary ending and a permanent ending, Ten of Swords is sword-based. What are swords? Thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology, the direction you going mentally. What are wands? Things you're doing, things you've done. Not shit you finna do because you ain't did it yet. It's got a lot to do with your actions and behavior. Shit you doing currently. This is present energy. And wands are all about actions and behavior. Ten of Wands is having the ability to call something quits while you can. It's like serving God. God don't want you to do shit on your time. God wants you to do shit on his time. And God ain't finna, God will put some obstacles in your way to make you bow down to a nigga that's greater than you, which is him. God got funny ways. Because he moves in mysterious ways. God got funny ways of getting you where the hell you need to be. But consciously choosing to serve God without God having to remind you or God having to put the smack down on your candy ass, that's something wonderful. Those are good actions. Plus, I told you, karmic cycles are aces to tens. Divine realms are knights, queens, kings, and things. Divine people with God in them, we do shit from an ace to 10 level, and we also do the knights, queens, kings, and things. Ten of Wands, this is breaking up with somebody so you don't hurt their feelings. So you don't hurt yourself. You want to marry this chick bad as hell. You want to marry this guy very much. It's like you want him to marry you. It's like women, you find a guy, you want him to marry you. And guys, it's like you find a woman that you want to marry, but you ain't got your shit together. She don't give a fuck about you not having your shit together. I mean, that's cool in the game, but as a man, you should know the deal. As a woman, you should know the deal going on with your man here. You know what I mean? This is having the bravery, like the nuts, the courage to just, you know what? I got shit I gotta work on. I don't want to hurt you. You know what? I didn't think we was gonna get here. Like when I first got into this situation, I wasn't really serious. Now I'm serious as a motherfucker, and I just don't know what to do. It's like a person who, it's like a person who really cares about you a lot, but they're mature enough to see that their influence ain't good for you. Situation, like I say, the first chick I got pussy whipped off of, you know what I mean? I was like 18, she was an older chick, you know what I mean? And like I say, when I connected with Shorty, shit, I fell in love. You know what I mean? It was just a casual sexual energy exchange, you know what I'm saying? Then it went from me just having it on a regular to me just losing my motherfucking mind. She been around the block a few times, like J-Lo. You understand what I'm saying? Me, I'm just a new booty nigga in here. Like, I was pimping well before I met Shorty, but, you know, fucking with her, it just, I got lost in the sauce. I ain't gonna stunt. I thought I was in love when I was really in lust. I thought I really cared about her and we was really gonna make a life together when I was just starting my life. And she knew all this shit. So what she did, she just, hey, look, I need to, you know, I think we should stop seeing each other and shit. Like, I think you need to focus more on school and, you know, your life. You know, it's good having you in my life. I like you, but you're not old enough to really understand what you want. I know you want me, but you don't really want me. You don't really know who I am. Like, she was a Pisces too. She gave me a whole rundown. Broke my heart. I'm a Leo. You know what I'm saying? Leos and Pisces, they ain't really compatible. You did what I'm saying? So I was all fucked up. You know what I mean? And, but me being older now, looking back at it, she was right. You know, it hurt me. It was hard on me not having her in my life, but I can only imagine how hard it was for her too. You know, mature people know when to end things. Mature people know when to stop playing games. Mature people know when to not think for somebody else because that's unfair. You don't think for somebody else or make decisions on somebody else's behalf. But if it does involve you, then like I said, if you gotta remove yourself from a situation for a person to grow, for a person to learn, for a person to see the forest from the trees, because they too lost in your sauce, do what you gotta do. Clarifying that as the Two of Swords. Like before she called a timeout on me, she was already pivoting it. I could tell, but I really didn't care because I'm thinking my influence was just enough. I'm thinking I was just enough. Like I wasn't thinking. She was thinking the whole time. You know, you want to pickle masculines and feminists about what to leave alone. You know, it's a temporary ending. You know what I mean? Like it's that saying, if you love them, let them go. You know what I mean? You ain't letting go of a person who you truly love and really want to be with. You just letting them go because they ain't yours yet. Y'all just met. Y'all got feelings for each other, but time is going to tell with this one. You got shit on your plate. They got shit on their plate. You don't ever want to jump the gun expecting a person is on this level with you when it's really like this. You can't bank on a person off the strength of y'all connection. Nah. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street. Both people got to mature. If one person ready and the other one person ain't, then it ain't going to happen. If both are ready, then it's going to happen. But you might be ready, but the other person might not be ready. And then when this person finally ready, you might not be ready. So 10 of Wands, temporary endings, man. These ain't nothing but, you know, actions that you're doing to avoid more problems. You know. Bottom line, we got the Nine of Cups, which is dreams come true, which is granted, and miracles. So a dream come true, a wish granted, or a miracle is going to happen on both y'all behalves. These energies are tied to both y'all. What are cups? Feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators of where you're going mentally. Like I said in the last week's readings, miracles have to happen. Wishes have to be granted. Dreams have to come true for you. Why? So you can know how real God is. You should already know God is real, but sometimes God got to flex on your ass to let you know that, hey, it is a higher power, that you need to be bowing down to a nigga that's greater than you. Clarifying his dreams come true, wishes granted, miracles. We got the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is focus. Four of Swords is being in your head. It's an idle mind. What's idle mind? It's the devil's workshop. That's how the devil get in your shit, through an idle mind. just doing too much chilling and not enough working. If you in your head, that means you ain't doing no actions. Focus. Focus is an action. It's something you doing. Because if you focusing on something, it's like cocking a gun and aiming at a target, or cocking a bow or something and aiming at the target. It's like shooting at a target. Before you shoot your shot, you need to focus. You need to aim. But aiming ain't just looking at the target and shooting. I mean, you measuring, you analyzing, you really, working on your breathing and shooting on the release of the exhale and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's taking your shot. 6 of Swords would be taking the shot. 7 of Swords will be results. Whatever shot you focusing on taking, it's just a sign that you're ready to take a shot. Like I said, when these dreams come true, when these miracles happen, when something that you want happens, when something that you was expecting to manifest, all that shit gonna do is just get you ready in the mind where you need to be. You probably wasn't even focusing on taking a shot. You probably wasn't even enthused about shit because you didn't see anything. You ain't seeing no miracles. You ain't seeing no progress. It's like you ain't seeing your twin in general. There's a lot of shit going on that's making you not doubt God, not doubt your own abilities, not knock the fact that dreams come true and miracles still happen and shit. Excuse the train. It's the fact that, like I say, some of y'all gotta see shit to believe shit. And y'all can talk about y'all got faith and all that there, but you know what I mean? Even the divine fall. You know what I mean? Even the most powerful and skilled people still have their doubts. Still need to see shit. Still need to hear from God. Still need to feel God. Still need a word from the man upstairs. And God been giving out blessings. God been showing miracles. God been giving out signs and synchronicities for you to stay on this journey. This whole twin flame shit is built to make you the best person you can be. And to make your twin flame the best person that they can be. You two being together is the icing on the cake. So, first card of this message, we got the Devil card. Now, this is in the feminine energy. Devil, it's addictions, overindulgence, you being chained to somebody being chained to you regressing back to past behavior you said you weren't going to do no more. This is a bad contract, a bad agreement, somebody getting over on you, you getting over on somebody legally. This shit is like ugly and bad, but it's a good side to the devil too. Now, I'm not promoting the devil. He's a bitch. Satan, Lucifer, and the devil are 3 different people, 3 different places, with 3 different agendas. It'll pay to know who they are. They have no power or control over you. In fact, shit. Hey, they're your bitch. If you want bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, they beneath you. It ain't this, it's this. They know that. You know what I mean? Biggest lie the devil really putting out here is that he got any kind of power. Motherfuckers think this energy is more realer than God. Motherfuckers are swabbing down that they seen the devil but won't even describe what God might look like. Can't even conceive a notion of what the man upstairs might be or what he might be. He could be a she could be a he, you know how we rocking. Only time the devil energy is good is when you experimenting. Freeing your scalp, as I like to say. This is like the energy of a person who doesn't smoke marijuana, who's very sick on a lot of fucking medication. You know the people who on like 10 to 20 different medications and shit. You know? A lot of shit wrong with them. And it ain't just old people with health ass problems. You got young people with health problems. I'm meeting so many 20-year-olds with ulcers, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes and shit. Walk around here looking like old motherfuckers and they young as shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a person who don't do drugs, but take drugs. Marijuana, man, like, I'm not promoting drugs, but marijuana ain't no motherfucking drug. That shit heals those who are hurt. God put that here just for us. Any sickness you got on this planet, a plant can solve it 9 times out of 10. So this is like what I usually do for people that I know that's sick as hell. It's like you're taking a lot of pills, man. Them pills gonna eat the lining of your esophagus, your motherfucking intestines and shit. I'm sure all these side effects ain't cool either. Why don't you just smoke weed? Like, put all this medicine up, stick to the cannabis. You know what I mean? To a square motherfucker, that's damnation. You know what I mean? I'm telling a person to be a junkie or some shit like that. Like, nah, it might save your life. When I was in Utah, there's a lot of people growing motherfucking weed because they kids had like seizure problems, mental problems. I know a lady that just grew weed just to take care of her sick son. She can't afford the medication to take care of him the way we supposed to be taking care of motherfuckers. She found an alternative. It's always an alternative. You can always be a vegetarian, go vegan. Like, you can literally cure yourself through your diet. You know what I mean? It's just a switch. A person who ain't never turned up in their life, just a square. You've been living this whole time and you ain't really experienced nothing. This is the energy of bungee jumping. I would never, put myself in danger. Like, I bungee jump or like skydive or like hang glide once. I tried some shit one time. You know what I'm saying? Not everything. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna try every fucking thing or anything, but it's this shit that make your heart feel. This devil energy could be like I said, you an adrenaline junkie. It's like this one old lady I knew, like, she was by the book her whole life. Was in church, didn't do any drugs, didn't drink, you know what I mean? Didn't listen to like anything other than church music. She was like a modern day saint. And she looked up. All her kids are grown. All her grandkids are grown. She's kind of solo dolo in life. With a nice ass picture plan, with a shitload of money, just let it sit and collect dust. And one day she just decided she was gonna live her life like some bucket list shit. She just decided to try things every day of her life. She was gonna try some new shit. The swag she had initially to where she's at now, she's cool as shit. Like, she smokes weed and shit. She like drinks every now and then. She's gambled. Like, healthy shit like my grandma. My grandma district missionary. And we used to live in Vegas as kids. And probably just she didn't believe in smoking. She didn't believe in drinking. She didn't believe in like gambling. I'd be like, probably put a quarter in there. You might win $1 million or something. She like, nah, that's the devil. I ain't finna fuck with that. Like 2 days before she left, I seen probably playing the slots and shit. She was having a fun time. She was just laughing the whole time, like, this is fun. I'm like, yeah. It ain't evil, you know what I mean? Just having a good time and shit like that, you know what I mean? It's like my great grandma. I remember one time she turned up one New Year's. She was smoking, drinking and shit, chewing tobacco. Like, she was just doing everything, turning up. Sometimes you gotta live a little. I ain't saying out here go out and commit crimes and do dirt and shit. I'm just saying live a little. I understand why people who love roller coasters, they just like their heart pumping. You know what I mean? Get that adrenaline pumping and shit. Like, take a risk. This is like skinny dipping in somebody fucking pool. Like, you ain't a perv. You just living life right now. It's like a streaker running through the game at the Super Bowl. They're not having a mental breakdown streaking. They just living fucking life. And ain't no telling the stories he got from that experience. He probably met the love of his life. He probably met his wife at that Super Bowl streaking. It's like some rich chick was in the motherfucking audience and shit. She sees him get locked up by the cops. She go bails him out and it was just like, you're cute. I mean, he's like, who are you? She's like, that don't mean anything. You know what I mean? Let's go steady. It's like, by you living your best life, by you taking a chance, doing shit you normally wouldn't do, you just gonna put yourself around people you normally wouldn't put yourself around. And start enjoying experiences you normally wouldn't enjoy. It's like Smokey on Friday, man. He was like, talking about weed. He was like, nigga, God put this on the earth for me and you. Take advantage, man. That's the energy you got coming into this situation. It's just like Christina Aguilera, get dirty. Let's get dirty. You know what I mean? Just get a little dirty, man. I ain't telling you to run amok. I ain't telling you to be no heathen. I ain't telling you to forget where the fuck you come from. I'm just saying, live a little. You never know where that shit gonna take you. Put it in smoke on this devil card. We got the King of Cups. This is the highest form of emotion you can be on. It's the emotion to say fuck it to anything that ain't about the kingdom. Kingdom, what's that? That's got to deal with God. That's got to deal with divinity. That deals with path, purpose, enlightenment, self-discovery, self-awareness, being woke. Coming up with ideas that's gonna solve the world's problems, other than just coming up with ideas that's just gonna support you. It's just putting yourself, taking yourself out the equation and being a part of a bigger cause. It's just choosing to dedicate your life to your family. Not saying you ain't got a life no more, not saying it ain't about you no more, but it's like you overly dedicated to the kingdom, to the cause. The kingdom could be your home, your family, your tradition, your church, your business, your community, your people, your country. You know what I mean? It's really putting the needs of others before yours. And the feelings and emotions that goes into it. The King of Cups, like I say, that's tough love. It's 1950s, 1960s dad. That's just a person who's, like I say, overly dedicated to the cause and nothing else matters. Only thing that should matter, feminine, is you making yourself be the best person you can be. I mean, it ain't all about you. In order for you to be the best person you can be, it's some people that's supporting you, helping you. And if you're getting helped and you're getting supported, then you should help others and support other people. Like I say, you were in a fucking wreck, depressed, feeling all kind of fucked up. And a close friend of yours, like I said, puts you on this energy right here. It's kind of what weed does, man. Marijuana just it's got an ingredient in there called fuck it all. And once you smoke that shit, I'm telling you, you'll have this King of Cups energy. You just ain't gonna give a fuck about nothing that ain't got to do with the kingdom. It's like, man, if this ain't making my life better, I don't give a fuck. I'm having a good, positive vibe right now. You bringing your holleration in this dancery, fuck off. You know what I mean? It's just like a beautiful black Afro queen walking in the middle of a KKK rally. Like, fuck what y'all got going on. Like, you know what I mean? Part my back, excuse me. Like, imagine that shit. It's a KK, because they have KKK marches. They be in the sheets and everything. But the Black Panthers can't organize and do shit. Every time black people get together and, you know what I mean, as a group, that shit deemed hostile or whatever the fuck. But you got these coward-ass motherfuckers in sheets. They be in like Skokie, DuPage County and shit, Lake County and shit on that fuck shit. They ain't gonna come to Cook County with that bullshit. Especially with these young drillers and killers out here. I'm just saying, it's the equivalent of a stacked Afro Puffs or Afro having Thicky Ricardo ass black woman, man, walking straight through a KKK march, Joe. I call her Thunder Thighs with the fatty swoller. She got the thunder thighs with the fatty swoller. You know what I'm saying? Walking right in the middle of their shit. She must not give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck either. You know what I mean? It's like Satan, devil, and Lucifer. This energy right here, this devil energy. When it comes to the devil energy, you shouldn't give a fuck about that energy either. You know what I mean? Or any qualms. So saying all this shit to say this, feminine, you just at a point where you're gonna have to, like I said, try some new shit. And only fuck with what's fuckwittable. Only care about what matters. Shit that don't matter, you should have not disdain for it, but you shouldn't give a fuck about it. Gotta pick another card. It's another red card. It's a warning. And clarifying this King of Cups, we got the Knight of Wands. That's moving fast and furiously towards your divine direction. That's being exactly where you need to be in life. Like I said, live a little. Might be the best day of your life. Have fun. You usually don't go out. Go out today. You don't fuck with people. You antisocial. Be social today. Might change your life. Masculine, you come to the situation with the Seven of Pentacles. This is the RERE card. Reread. You rearranging something. thinking of relocating, thinking of removing something, revaluating something, putting revalue to something. You know, rearranging shit, recognizing shit, reordering shit, rearranging things. Re-up on something, renege on something. You know, maybe relapsing. You know, devil card is out here, you know what I mean? It's just something you're going to have to rearrange in your life. And why? Because we got the Three of Swords, that's pain. It's going past the point of no return. You know, Ace of Swords, that's Ascension. It's only one right way in life, and that's up. It ain't up and down, it ain't left and right. There's not good and evil, that shit don't exist. It's good, bad, and ugly. That exists. Trinities exists. Duality, no. Everything is trinitized. God is trinitized. That's why he has a son and a spirit. And that's why that's a trinitized path that you walk through that's going to bring you closer to God. Threes are all about evolution. All about evolving. So, mentally, you're going to have to go past the point of no return. We all don't know which way to go. We all, you know what I mean? We're all taking like a wild guess when it comes to like God, when it comes to like living, when it comes to like life, when it comes to like purpose, but you learn by doing. It's best to try and get it wrong and correct yourself and get it right than not attempt nothing at all and be wrong the whole time. We all get past the point of no return. We know which way freedom is. We know which way success is. We know which way enlightenment is. We feel like shit right now. We know what direction gonna get us feeling in the opposite direction of this. We just gotta get ready to go that way. Sometimes we don't wanna move from pain. Like pain, it's mental at the end of the day. And like I say, pain can be self-inflicted. You can wallow in your self-pity so much you create an energy of it. I used to be like that as a kid. That's when I was depressed and suicidal and shit. I was a boy. Feeling that way at like 9, 10, 11. I was very depressed, very suicidal. Just low energies and shit. You know, it was mental. The way I was feeling worthless. Seven of Pentacles, that's revaluing your worth. I thought I was worthless. I thought I wasn't worth two flies tied together. I thought the world was way better without a nigga like me. You know? And I allowed my mind to get me that way. Luckily, I reread from that. It was a few factors that made me reread from that depression shit. You know? Part of it was pussy. Having sex at 12. Yeah, that switched my whole swag up. I wasn't worried about motherfuckers not liking me. I wasn't worried about like what people thought of me and shit like that. Like pussy got a way of changing a nigga life. I've seen autistic men, okay? Motherfuckers wrote them off. Oh, they gonna be like that forever. I watch these niggas like these niggas get some pussy. They talking. You know what I mean? They into grooming now. They ain't nerds anymore. Like that's what good. I mean, it ain't just good pussy. You got bad pussy, whack pussy too, but that's just what it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could change your motherfucking life. This virgin's walking around here with, like, no swag. Scared to talk to chicks. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't doing nothing. You learn by doing. Everybody first time gonna be whack. Mine was whack. But, you know what I mean? You learn by doing. So, it's a painful realization going back to a place you just came from. Told you, you know, you ain't either in or out, you in. You only out at the end of the day when results tally. There's only one way, that's up. What's up? God is what's up. Any direction away from up is the wrong direction. If you ain't going where God at, that's up. You going in the wrong direction. So until you realize that you're going in the wrong direction, and Three of Swords, and that's pain. If you've been pain, you hurting yourself. You hurting yourself not going in the right way. You hurt yourself trying to find ulterior or alternate ways to get to God. You only get to God going up. You ain't going to find God going down. You ain't going to find God in the world. You ain't going to find God in the third dimension. He around in us, in the plants, in the animals, in the trees, in the air. You understand what I'm saying? But like, you gotta go where God at. That's up. That's in the fourth or fifth dimension. We all go up. That's what Three of Swords is. We all basically go past the point of no return. It sucks when, like I said, you don't want to go down a path. You feel you're going down a path. You're fighting tooth and nail not to go down that path to where you set yourself back, holding on to something that God told you to let go, only for it to get taken away from you and you letting go anyway. You on drugs. God gave you so many signs. To Ten of Wands, quit while you can. While it's a Ten of Wands, not a Ten of Swords. You know what I mean? Before any catastrophe, God always sends a warning, sends a sign. Before he flooded the earth, he gave Noah a warning. Show that nigga signs. Hey, I'm about to destroy this whole motherfucking planet, nigga. We hitting reset in this bitch. Take heed, boy. Take heed. Lot and his wife, Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. Like I say, it wasn't like God just seen what was going on in that city and was like, hey, rain, fire, and brimstone on these niggas. These niggas got me fucked up. Like, what the fuck? Like, nah, God didn't do that. God wasn't hating on the city. God, you know, he loves all his children. Those was God's children. He rained fire and brimstone on. Nah, he sent some angels to give out the good word. Let these motherfuckers know y'all better start, goddamn it, acting right. God sent angels to warn these folks. Like, y'all better get y'all shit together before this whole town disappeared. It just so happened Lot and his wife ended up in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? Because God spared that city due to Lot. He seen enough. He knew what direction he was going to go with the city. But God being God, he's a God that forgives. He's a God that sends out signs. Like, you know what? Let me get him another warning. You know? And what they try to do with the help, they try to fuck the help. The term trying to fuck the help, I think, started in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't fuck with the help. They was trying to fuck with the help. You know what I mean? Banging down the doors, trying to sleep with the angels, men and women. You know what I mean? Just smacking God's face, man. Of course God rained fire and brimstone on that shit. You know? Job, Jonah, Daniel, Joshua, Nehemiah. God always gives warnings, man, before he really puts you through the ringer and shit. God comes through the forms of dreams, visions, fantasies, signs, synchronicities, and like Daniel, writings on the wall. Take heed. Because the next card is message feminine. We got the Four of Wands. This is you in regards to yourself. Four of Wands is union, reunion, and recognition. When it comes to yourself, feminine, union, reunion, and recognition is going to happen. Or this is home, or this is Zion, the fourth or fifth dimension, the real world, place where divines be at, where God be at. Where, you know, there is no ceiling in the fourth or fifth dimension. It's infinite in this realm. But I'm going to just put this on Twin Flame Union, Reunion, Recognition. Got to pick another card. Ten of Swords. So, Ten of Swords, like I say, are permanent endings. This is some shit that's going bye-bye. This is some shit that it's a wrap. So, like I said, two things can't occupy the same space. In order to begin things, things have to end. Four of Wands, that's union, reunion, and recognition. In order for this to happen, something has to die. Something has to be permanently let go. Now, that's what I told the other day. Due to circumstance, I needed help. You know, which happens rarely. You know what I mean? And my twin was the only person I could call. So I called him. You know, I thought we was beefing. I thought we was on bad terms. I thought a lot of shit. I called him, man. He was there. On time like a motherfucker too, but he was there. Ain't seen him in a while. I'm thinking we separated or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, we reunited, you know? And like I said, at least lately, I'm asking on some whole other shit in a good way. Everything he says makes sense now. It didn't before. You know, I'm way more humble around him now. There's no more triggers. Like everything that came out his mouth was truth, was real. Wasn't nice. I mean, he was kind of calling me out on a lot of shit. Just like I say, your masculine knows you like the back of his hand. You know your masculine like the back of his hand too, but he just really, from the outside looking in, just kind of gave me a analyzation, a diagnosis of the shit that I've been on since I've known him. Shit that I've done with him early on. It's like I'm telling you, a figure eight. Shit that I was on with him in the beginning, he on with me now. Shit that he was on in the beginning, I'm on that shit now. We're like switching energies. My masculine is really just beaming like on some feminine shit, and I've been acting like the masculine lately. You know, it's like I ain't even. I'm all last week. I'm talking about twins gonna get a union. Twins gonna get a reunion. A lot of twins gonna meet their twins for the first time, excluding me out of it. So then when it happened to me, I'm just like, damn. Maybe I need to have more faith in shit. You know, it's like what? I was with my twin the whole day yesterday, and like what happened? It just blew my mind. How mature he is, how advanced he is now, how evolved he is now. You know what I mean? Like if it's a comparison on who more divine than who, my masculine taking the motherfucking cake. You know what I mean? Like it's just a lot of changes that's happening. But if we didn't reunite, I wouldn't see these changes. When it comes to Ten of Swords, my masculine and Ten of Swords are a few things. He let me know a few things he don't do no more. You know? Health-wise, mental-wise, emotionally, physically, socially, relationship-wise. He just kind of on some Ten of Swords shit. The shit that my masculine doing, I need to start doing. Because it's helping him. It's only going to help me. We reflections. We the same person. He's being proactive with shit. I need to be, like I said, monkey see, monkey do. Feminist. Pine, this Four of Wands, union, reunion, and recognition. You're going to see clear as day the shit that you're going to have to cease. Immediately. Immediately. Because you see the benefits of it. Your twin teaching you shit. Hopefully y'all catching these lessons. See, I'm humble enough to catch these little signs and synchronicities and life lessons that my twin kicking. Because he in a position to kick it to me. One thing he stressed is like, nigga, you got to be at your lowest point for you to be humble enough to get what I'm saying. He was like, usually, nigga, you up here. Shit be working out for you. You have a little bit of money in your pocket. Your ass get to acting like a whole new person. And you be like, nah, I ain't acting brand new. Like, he... like, the nigga just sounded like me. He just was like I said, he analyzed the fuck out of me. And he hit me on the head. And I was just shocked. That's usually what happens to me when I'm in this Four of Wands energy. Usually when me and my twin are like on one accord, he's talkative and I'm quiet. And usually I'm the motherfucker with the big mouth and he analyzing and listening to me. It's just flipped. Like my twin did it once again. Every time I'm in this Four of Wands energy, he just, like I say, he shuts me down in a good way to where I'm left speechless. I was speechless. Like everything I'm saying, I'm like, you right. You right. You right. I was saying that the whole ride. You right. You right. You right. You right. Like, damn. Like, what you want from me? Like, damn. I said you right. You know what I mean? I got you fucked up. I was highly mistaken. Like, I'm sorry. I know I fucked up. I know I did a lot of mistakes. I apologize. Like, you see I ain't mad. You see I ain't triggered. You see we ain't going back and forth. You see when you say shit, it's right. I agree. I ain't got nothing to say. Play on, player. Good observations. You sure got me pegged. You know? But only my twin can't come at me like that. Because anybody else come at me like that, I'm telling you, I'll be on the offensive. Not defensive. I'll be on the offensive with the shit. You know what I mean? So I'm saying all this to say that when union happens, it happens for a reason. It's a reason you and your twin end up in the same place, in the same space. when y'all was trying to avoid each other. It's the reason we all on one accord when y'all was just all over the place not too long ago. It's lessons your masculine teaches you when y'all get together. It's lessons you need to understand. It's lessons my masculine been trying to tell me for years that it took situations and time for me to get it. Here it is, and that's what he was saying. He was like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, 8 years, you've been woo, now you get it. Now you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it literally took 8 years for me to get some shit he was trying to tell me. He warned me a lot. He ended the talking like, nigga, had you listened to me from day one, your life would be way different. You wouldn't be in the situations you in, nigga. That's all I was saying from the gate. That's all he was trying to do from the gate was help me. But I thought I knew everything. You know what I mean? I thought I was smarter than him. I'm feminine, nigga. We overthink. We overanalyze. We always in the heart and mind arena, which is what we dominate. That's why the masculine is the king of wands, the king of doing shit. You know what I mean? He rules the wands and the pentacles department. It's the reason why masculines are masculine and feminines are feminines. I'm a guy though, a divine feminine man. So like I say, it's like I just got one up. Just like divine masculine women got one up on women. While me being a feminine man, I got one up on men. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. That's why I'm helping y'all and giving y'all this information and been breaking it down the way I've been breaking it down. When you get in a reunion, union, recognition, feminine, please take heed to what your master's trying to tell you. Please see where you fucking up at. Somebody fucking up. And it might not be him this time. It could just be you. Don't let years go by for you to get it. You know what I mean? Spot that shit ASAP or just listen. But in order for you to listen, like I say, some shit kind of has to happen to put you in a position to listen. Like I said, had I had all my shit together yesterday, I wouldn't even need it, my twin. Thus, we wouldn't even have this experience. Thus, we wouldn't even been in the same place. But given such situations, I had to go. And I thought it was going to be downhill. I thought, what I was getting from him was it. Like, before I, called him, just us chatting and shit, it was just looking whack. I'm thinking we, like I say, falling out or he got an issue with me or whatever the fuck. And then, like I say, once I called, like from the phone call to him coming and all this, like it was, everything made sense. But sometimes you gotta be in a situation to get shit. Sometimes you gotta be down to get up. Sometimes you gotta be at your worst to really get the best out of life. Masculine in regards to you, we got 7 of Wands. This is internal conflict. We all got internal conflict. These are our complexes, our woes, our sorrows, our hurt, our pain. This is the shit that's wrong with us. We all got issues. Daddy issues, mommy issues, social issues, spiritual qualms, maybe. We all got issues, but what the masculine is trying to tell you or show you through actions is your inner behavior. On God. For winding, being with my twin, reunited with him, it was almost like he held up a mirror every time I said some shit. It's like, man, I'm trying to do this. Are you? You said that last time. Like, are you ready? Are you serious? Are you about it? Do you want to change? Are you doing better? Like, everything I said, he put up a mirror to analyze what I'm saying. Then it got uncomfortable. That's the shit I used to do to him. He doing the shit to me. Like, shit that I said in the past, he bring it up. Just shining light on it. You said this. What's going to happen? Why hasn't this happened yet? You said this was in the process of happening. Why ain't this in the process no more? You said, When I first met you, by a year, two, something, you was gonna be woo. What happened? He like, I'm not downing you. I'm not treating you, but I'm just bringing shit to the light. You said, you know what I mean? Nigga just kept putting up a mirror. That's what Geminis do. Geminis are walking, talking mirrors. Anything you do to a Gemini, they just gonna bring the mirror up on your ass and show you what you doing. Anything you do, they gonna do to show you what you doing. So anything I was doing, my twin put a reflection up to show me what I was on. Like he really got me pegged. Not saying I'm on some whole other shit. It just goes with the saying, your master know you better than anybody else. And they can come at you in a way that can't nobody come at you. And it's for a reason. It ain't for you to get mad or you to get offensive or for you to get even. It's for you to learn. Once again, the Twin Flame shit is built for you to be the best person you can be and your masculine be the best person they can be. So, masculine row. Oh yeah, going back to the internal conflict. Your masculine just putting light on your internal conflict. Same issues you got, he has. Y'all the same person. Y'all got the same drama. Y'all got the same complexes. Like me and my twin, we got the same issues. He's a 30-year-old version of me. He's 30 years older than me, but we got the same issues. We got the same inner conflict. Same demons. The demons are different. Demons got different like names and shit. Not actual demons. I'm just using an example. We got the same demons. They just got different names. You know. All your master's doing is just showing you how you not perfect. He ain't getting down on you, telling you you ain't divine. All your master is doing is telling you it's like you got holes in your plan. And he just putting water in your plan to show the water pop out of it to show you it's holes in your plan. You know what I mean? All your master is doing is just countering what you doing. You say you're gonna do something, he's just acknowledging something just to make sure this is what you want to do. You say you want to move. You say you want to be in another relationship. You say you don't need him anymore. You say, just like you saying a lot of shit. Whatever you saying, the master putting that mirror up so it's reflected back at you. Why are you saying it? Why are you being triggered? That's some shit my twin been saying like for a minute now. Like, why do you keep getting triggered by the shit I say? Like, I'm fucking with you just to get a reaction out you, and I get a reaction out you every time. Nigga, you easy. You know? And I hit him with the nigga, I don't like playing games. Don't be playing games with me. Like, you know what I mean? But it's lessons. And your master gonna teach you the best lesson. Like I say, your master gonna keep it realer than any fucking person. So excuse their tone. Excuse their truth. They just telling the fucking truth. They ain't belittling you. They ain't shitting on you. They ain't taking nothing away. It's like nothing my twin say all the time. Like, you like, nigga, your mom ain't gonna be here forever. You might wake up and your mom might not be here. He's like, I'm not wishing death on your mama. I'm just saying, I lost my parents at a young ass age, and it forced me to be on my shit. Nigga, you too laxed having your mom around. He was like, I'm not wishing death on your mom. I'm just saying, if she wasn't here, you wouldn't be you. You wouldn't be what you on right now. He was like, if I wasn't here today, would you would have got your business done? I'm like, nah. So he's like, you know, appreciate people while you got them. He's like, I ain't gonna be here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna be in heaven and shit somewhere. He was just like, you know, son, he's just like, son, I just want you to get on your shit. So you don't need nobody. He's like, you know. Cause he know my situation, so and he's seen me go through struggle the whole time he's known me. He's been prospering. Me, my shit been just, man, the whole time. And he's just as like my dad, because that's what he is, like my father, he's just concerned with the up and down, slopey slope action of his son's life. He's like, you smart, you fucking brilliant, you got skills, but you can't live your life the way you live your life. Cause he know I lack discipline. He know me. So your twin know you. Like the back of their hand. All they trying to do is get you to work on your internal conflict, to work on yourself inside, to be the best person you can be. You know, they're just really pulling out mirrors for you to really see what you want so you can deal with yourself. Feminine, you in regards to the masculine energy, we got the Four of Cups. This is the World card. Third dimension, temporary space and time. Everything in the world has an expiration date. Your life, my life, your battery life on your phone, the internet. Like I said, eventually we're going to go dark in this planet. Eventually a meteor going to hit this bitch. Eventually, you know what I'm saying? Life is going to cease to exist in this motherfucker. Eventually we're going to end up looking like Mars in this motherfucker. You know, that's the world. It's just a third dimension. And, you know, I see the world for what it really is as far as like who runs the world, the systems in it, why things are the way they are in life. That's how I view the world. But my twin, like I said, being 30 years older, he looks at the world for what it is too. And it's definitely a temporary space and time. He was like, nigga, eventually, that nigga, when you get my age, eventually 20 years is just gonna be going by fast as hell. You're gonna be looking up like, damn, where them 20 years went? Like, he's like, just give it time. You know, he's, like I say, he's at a point where he's just trying to stick around. He's just doing everything he's gonna do to live a long, prosperous life. To not have regrets by experiencing life and just doing shit that he wasn't doing when he didn't have the opportunity to do what he's doing right now. But aside from him having his own life, he just want to make sure I got one too, where my shit is at least gonna be straight. Cause he cares. He must care enough to really drive this shit home with me. He just wants me to do better for myself because he knows what time really is. He knows what death really is. I ain't lose my mom. He lost both his parents, his mother and his father. He's lost. He's suffered loss in a way I ain't never suffered loss before. He's like scared for me. He says it all the time. If you go through shit that I went through, you're not gonna survive. You know, I wouldn't. I told you, I'm like Gambit. If I was an X-Men, I'm like Gambit. This nigga's like Wolverine. He can survive a lot more shit than I can. You know what I mean? And it's like, sometimes it's overwhelming with him. Because like I say, I'm his reflection. When he's looking at me, he sees the past. He sees everything he went through. He sees it's like I'm finna walk off a cliff. And he been trying to warn me. Because he's been in the same position before. But he didn't get no warning. That's why he be on 10 with me. Nigga, I didn't get no warning. Nigga, my parents died at a young age. Nigga, like, what nobody, I didn't have a person like, he was like, if I had a me in my life the way I'm in your life, nigga, I would have been a billionaire. I would have been woo. He's just basically saying, I'm using my twin as just an example. He's basically just saying, if he was me, should it be different? If I was him, should it be different? He wouldn't have went through half his ills in the world. If I was him, because I'm different. Like, if I was him, he probably would have went through all the loss he went through. Or the L's he took. And if I was him, I'd be in a way better position. But I ain't him and he ain't me. We just reflections of each other. He had to learn the hard way. Thus, he in a position to kick game to me when I'm in a position to listen. As feminines, I'm telling you, it really takes L's. 5 of Pentacles happening. Dark Nights of Souls to happen. A lot of loss and pain. You know what I mean? Just for us to get messages. You know, just for us to get it, just for us to be humble enough to even take advice, just for us to be humble enough to listen to our own twins and shit, man. Like, the world. It's a lot going on in it, but don't let the world distract you from what really matters. To what you really need to be getting fed, to what you really need to be doing out here. Masculine, in regards to himself, he's got the Ace of Swords. That's Ascension. That's going up. There's only one right way, and that's up. What's up? God is what's up. Ace of Swords is also strength, power, authority, dominion, anything you need to succeed, survive in life. Ace of Swords is also the loading chamber in the Matrix. Everything you ever needed in life, God gave you. You know what I mean? Before you was even born, God had everything you need to survive in this life already in the world waiting on you. You're just going to have to acquire it, assess it, attain it, head towards its directions. More smoke. Masculine, I just see strength, power, authority, dominion, courage, valor. You being strong or staying strong for the sake of the person most close to you. Same shit my twin doing with me, y'all twins doing with y'all. They see the light. They see the real world. They see the end game with you in life. It's habits you got, feminine. It ain't just y'all, it's me. We, you know what I mean? We in the same boat. Your masculine seeing how your faults, your behavior, your addictions, your overindulgence, your emotional state, your mental state, your financial state, they see the end game of your current state, whatever state that is. Your mental state kind of being bad, given, sign of the times. Like, it's COVID. You know what I mean? Your kids at the crib ain't like they even got places to go nowadays. It's just a lot on you right now. It's like your twin watching you mentally cave in because they've been in the same position. And they just trying to step in. They just trying to help you not go to a place they've been before. Addiction. My twin's a former, addict of shit. I indulge in the marijuana and shit like that, but I don't do what he was on. Like, I called him like extreme drugs and shit like that. But the way he was breaking that shit down, like, nigga, it's the same shit. He opened up my cabinet right here and pulled out my big ass bag of white sugar that I got. He was like, nigga, sugar, that's like Coke. How much of that shit you put in your coffee? I'm like, a lot. You put that shit on everything. Your breakfast food, your lunch. Like, that's like drugs too. Like your diet, son, you need to switch your diet. You're a vegetarian like me. Facts. You know what I mean? He's like, you need to stop smoking cigarettes, son. A lot of people been telling me that shit, but he definitely telling me. Because like I said, if anybody know the end result, he do. Son, you need to find you a stable girl, man, so you can start building. Like, I know you're trying to get your shit together before you do all that, but son, building involves other people. Maybe that's what you fucking up at. You trying to do this shit by yourself. You know what I mean? He's like, he's just breaking a lot of shit down. You know what I mean? Because like I say, he feels it's the love. It's the divine love, the divine respect that your masculine got for the person that's most closest to him. That's most like-minded to him. That's most understanding. Like, we two peas in a pot, me and my twin is. You and your twin is. They have the strength, the power, the authority. You know what I mean? The experience to really get you out half the situations you be getting yourself into, feminine. You're just going to have to listen. You're just going to have to be humble enough to kind of take the message, Future final row, wrapping this up. Going to the future feminine, we got the Ace of Pentacles. This is being accountable for your pentacles. You are a walking, talking pinnacle. What's a pinnacle? It's a person, place, or a thing. Something you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. This is being accountable for yourself. Another shit my twin told me. He was like, accountability, son. You're going to have to be accountability for certain shit that you ain't accountable right now. He's like I said, accountability, like, you are accountable for your actions. Like I said, it's hella actions that I did that were mistakes that I wrote off that my twin bringing back to the surface. Yeah, remember you did that shit? Man, that's the past, man. Like, that shit done. He's like, no, that was a dumb mistake that you didn't even have to put yourself in. Then it reminded him of another mistake I did. Then it reminded him of another mistake I did. Then it reminded him of another mistake I did, only to use all these to paint one perfect picture. Boy, behavior is consistent. And your shit, nigga, you hard-headed. He was like, behavior is consistent, and you hard-headed as a motherfucker. He like, I know, because I made the same damn mistakes. So then he hit me with the $1 million question. Since he was like, so when you gonna listen to me? My mom said the same shit. When you gonna listen to me? You don't listen. I'm like, I do listen. You the person I respect the most. Like, I value your opinion more than most. You know what I mean? What you say does affect me. And there's a lot of people that can say the same shit. And I wouldn't give a fuck that they saying it. But from coming from you, it's different. I said that 3 times. It's different. It's different. You different. So I ain't tripping off that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even he sees the love. Like, out of love, my twin just be trying to help me in life. He ain't gonna spell it out for me. He ain't gonna live my life for me. He's definitely gonna, like I said, it's like you see your kids doing some stupid shit and you know the end outcome. And you just gonna sit there and you just, it's like, man, they gonna fuck up, but I'll be here to coach them if they need my help or if they listen. It's like you telling your kids to walk around that big hole in the middle of the yard, and it's like they jumping over it, playing games and shit, and then one fall in there, one other kid twist their ankle in that motherfucker. It's like you can give a person warning after warning after warning, but like I say, behavior is consistent until you change it. What is behavior? Those are wands you're changing. So accountability is a lot of shit you're gonna have to be accountable for. Because there's some persons, places, and things that you ain't claiming. That has to be claimed. It's mistakes you made that have to be acknowledged. Tell you, Twin was just teaching me lesson after lesson after lesson. He was like, nigga, it's just some shit you're gonna have to acknowledge. When you gonna admit you made a mistake, or when you gonna admit that that was the wrong choice? It's like, man, that's the past, man. We ain't talking about it. He's like, nah, I'm going somewhere with this shit. Just say it. You know what I mean? Why did you do that? Why was you going in this direction? Why ain't you listening to me? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, he really was just trying to know, like, really get in my psyche. You know what I mean? But he ain't really got to get my psyche because the nigga already know what's in there. He's just trying to help me admit to my shit so I can handle this shit correctly. I mean, the first step to change is acknowledgement. I mean, it's like AA or NA. It's like, I am an alcoholic. Like, I am a drug abuser. Like, you're going to have to admit it. Like, be accountable for that first. Then a change can happen. You know what I mean? Like I said, yo, masculine is going to be many therapists for y'all. Now, if you mature, you're going to take it. You're going to come with some good shit. You're going to see how some good shit. You're going to admit your mistakes in it. You're going to see how he's from outside looking in and how everything he's saying is validated. You're going to have to be the bigger person and be like, you know what, you was right. You know what, I apologize. You know what, I did get you fucked up. You know what, I didn't think you was catching on or wasn't paying attention to shit like that. I was overthinking for you. I did have big expectations. I was over-romanticizing this shit. Like, you know what I mean? When I tell your ass to get through with you, your ass gonna know one thing. You definitely gonna be accountable for this little twin flame shit. You definitely gonna be accountable for things past, present that you're doing. By being accountable, final smoke, you got the Ace of Wands. You can now, Ace of Pentacles. By being accountable to whatever person, place, or thing this is, now you can do the first step or first action or do your change in your behavior to really go in another direction. You don't want to step in a sterilized environment with old shit on your boot. Nor do you want to relive the same mistake over and over again like Groundhog Day. Like, through accountability, you can change your actions. By knowing you did wrong, you can shift into doing good or doing the right shit. You know, by knowing you can be a fucked up person, you can acknowledge that, switch it, and try to make yourself a better person. By seeing your fault in your twin flame demo, you can, you know what I'm saying, switch the dial and try to get shit crack-a-lacking in the way that it needs cracking. So final card, final message. Masculine going forward with his own realization. Like I said, this whole message, your masculine been dropping jewels for you, dropping gems, you know, making you realize shit that you kind of wasn't seeing before. You know, kind of humbling you into your current state right now, being a helping hand right now, being a voice of reason right now, a voice of truth right now. You know what I mean? Your masculine learning a lesson too. And the lesson your masculine learning is just how okay this okay energy is. 6 of Pentacles, that's a deep. That's homeostasis. 5 of Pentacles, that's the dark night of the soul. That's losing something or going without something. The step after losing something or going without something is you'll be okay. You know, you're going to be okay. This okay energy, masculine, has been like a way of life for you. It's like saying it is what it is. Or saying you can't help some shit. You know, even you got limitations. Like, you on a roll. It's like, in the same breath, my masculine was on point and, you know, helped me realize a lot of shit and gave me the words of wisdom and really grounded me and humbled me in the manner that I needed to be humbled. He had to admit some shit too. That this okay shit ain't okay. The difference I got over him is my mentality, is the way I'm coming in life. I'm coming in life, like I say, an X-Men, like a super nigga, not a regular nigga. I'm a super nigga. You know what I mean? The way I think is out of this world. The way I feel is out of this world. The shit I do is out of this world. I'm an actual psychic with like powers. I can communicate with the dead. Like, I can do a lot of shit. I'm out of this world, my nigga. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what my twin ain't in tune with. You know what I mean? But my twin being a masculine, by him being like he was born 1957, the niggas of 1950s, 1960s dad for real. By my twin being a deep-rooted masculine like he is, even he gotta call himself on his own shit. Like, you can't shine this mirror at your feminine this whole ride only for you to dodge your own image when your feminine get to pulling shit up on your ass too. Not out of spite. It's the equivalent of, like I said, the whole trip my twin was just throwing up a mirror. Every time I said some shit, he throwing up a mirror for me to see what the fuck I'm saying, like making sense, like, you know, being what he is to me. And in that same breath, he had to acknowledge his faults. Because, like I said, you can't shit on a person and not acknowledge your faults. Like my twin say all the time, you can't point one finger at a person without, well, I'm just put my thumb down. You can't point one finger at a person without looking at the 4 fingers that's pointing back at you and shit. His thumb point back at me. You can't point a finger without acknowledging the 4 fingers that's pointing back at you. That's facts. You know what I mean? You can't teach a motherfucker a lesson without acknowledging how you be fucking up too. You know? This okay shit ain't okay no more. You know? Now that my twin got that off his chest, now we can get to more important matters. Like the future. Like enterprising, like commerce. You know, my twin, in his own little way, just kind of let me know where he's trying to go in the future. Shit he still wants to do. Feats that he's trying to create. Queen of Pentacles. Shit he's trying to boss up on. Queen of Pentacles is the Khalees card. This also could be a karmic feminine, but we ain't going to do the karmic feminine thing right now. Queen of Swords, that's the Khalees card in my deck. It's bossing the fuck up on the situation. You know, it's bossing up on a pinnacle, a person, place, or a motherfucking thing. You know? Instead of being on the 6 of Pentacles energy, like your masculine loves being on, this is just fitting in. This is the equivalent of Neo being in the Matrix, walking amongst people like they don't see him. They know who he is, but like I say, Neo's so powerful, agents ain't gonna just try it with him. It ain't like he Morpheus or, you know, Trinity in the Matrix. You know what I mean? If Morpheus was walking around like he was walking around in that little program with the woman in the red dress when he was teaching Neo some shit. If Morpheus was walking in the Matrix like that, they would have been shot him. Agents would have been on his ass. Trinity, she was in the Matrix like that, they would have been on him. Divine Masculine, you Neo, you the one, you different. Some rules don't apply to you. Some trouble don't even come your way. And you bossing up on that. Like I was telling my twin about, you know, this whole YouTube shit. I'm like, yo, you had your own channel, man, you be killing shit. Yo, if you hopped on my channel, you be killing shit. Like, you got something to bring to the world. He's like, nah, I'm all right. That's his favorite shit. I'm okay. Nah, that okay shit ain't gonna slide no more. He's getting on my ass for wanting greatness. Because he knows I want greatness. He knows I want to be more than what I am. My way of going about it is whack. That's all he trying to tell me. But he ain't knocking me for wanting to be great. It ain't like he's knocking me for wanting to be great. He's just knocking me for making the mistakes trying to be great. But in this whole rant he's giving me about how greatness is attained, it's like he gonna have to take his own advice. And that's what he's doing. So that's the message that I got. You know what I mean? Hope I could be a good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned. If you need a book of reading from me, book. You already know the scope. Appreciate everybody that's been here. I definitely got my karmic videos coming out tomorrow. Final video will be Twin Flames and Union, Reunion, and Recognition. All right. Deuces.